Imagine a crowded theater in 1609. The air buzzes with excitement as the final lines of Hamlet echo across the stage. The audience roars in applause, celebrating the genius of William Shakespeare. But behind the cheers lies a question that has puzzled scholars for centuries. Did Shakespeare truly write all his plays? At first glance, the idea seems absurd. Shakespeare, the man behind Macbeth and Romeo and Juliet, is synonymous with literary brilliance. Yet, when you dig into his life, doubts emerge. Born in Stratford-upon-Avon in 1564, Shakespeare was the son of a glovemaker. His education, likely a grammar school. His travels, none documented. How could someone with such a modest background produce works filled with deep knowledge of politics, history, and aristocratic life? These gaps in his biography have fueled countless theories. One of the most famous claims points to Edward de Vere, the 17th Earl of Oxford, a nobleman with a rich education and access to elite circles. De Vere seems like a plausible candidate. His life parallels many themes in the plays, from court intrigue to tragic love. But there's one glaring problem. De Vere died in 1604, while several of Shakespeare's greatest works, like The Tempest, were written later. Another theory points to Christopher Marlowe, Shakespeare's contemporary and a celebrated playwright. Marlowe's life ended mysteriously in 1593, leading some to suggest he faked his death and continued writing under Shakespeare's name. The drama of this theory is compelling, but historical evidence is scarce. More recently, scholars have embraced the idea of collaboration. Plays attributed to Shakespeare, like Henry VIII, show stylistic clues suggesting they were co-written with other playwrights. This aligns with the theater culture of the time, where collaboration was common. Still, many defend Shakespeare's authorship. They argue that his genius lay in his ability to observe and absorb. Living in London, a city teeming with life and diversity, Shakespeare had a front-row seat to the human experience. His plays reflect not just knowledge, but empathy and imagination. The historical record also supports Shakespeare. His name appears on the title pages of published plays, and contemporaries like Ben Jonson praised him. Could all of this have been a grand deception? Then there are the sonnets, intensely personal and reflective, filled with themes of love, aging, and mortality. They feel like the work of someone deeply connected to the words, not a figurehead for another writer. Ultimately, the mystery of Shakespeare's authorship reveals more about us than it does about him. It challenges us to question how we define genius and creativity. Does it matter who wrote the plays, or is it enough to appreciate their brilliance? Whoever the true author was, their words endure, capturing the beauty and complexity of the human spirit. And perhaps, the mystery itself adds to the magic of the legacy they left behind.